Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Behind Borders. Today is a little different. We don't have a guest, but instead, you get the three of us, Roundtales, having a heart to heart as parents running digital business. Right, Suzette?
Absolutely. And honestly, sometimes these are the best conversations. We want to let you in on what it really feels like to balance parenting and entrepreneurship.
Yes. So grab your coffee. So grab your coffee, get comfy, join us. And before we dive in, please like and share this live. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to see our global community.
Yes, and as always, we are starting with gratitude. So, today I'm grateful for the flexibility this business gives me to be present for my kids while still building a future for them.
Amazing. And I'm grateful for the community we've built that just supports us, not only as business owners, but as parents, right? It feels like we're never alone in this journey.
Yes, not at all. We're here for you. I'm grateful that I get to show my kids by example what it means to dream big and take action. And that lesson is priceless.
Amazing. So, let's jump right in. Okay, here's the first question for all of us. How is becoming a parent shape the way you approach your business? Suzette, you want to start?
Well, why not? Well, guys, let me see if I can get this question up on the screen. How has becoming a parent shaped the way you approach your business? Um, so when I started my business, I was already a parent, right? so, so
Yes.
I was already a parent when I started my business. But I think what has happened is that I find that the way I parent is different because I now have so many opportunities to lead by example. And when I say that, I mean, you have your kids, and sometimes they have work to do, whether it's schoolwork or their chores around the house. And, you know, you always have to remind them and poke them and push them to get it done. But now I have this business that I'm running. And because I'm running from the comfort of my home, my kids actually get like a first hand view of how I show up for my business, right? Because I speak to them, I talk to them about what I have to do. Like earlier I was saying, okay, I have this meeting, I have this live, I have to go and prepare for it. So they sort of see my commitment and how I show up. And I think that is now spilling off onto them as well. So, I would say, from my perspective, is more of, starting the business, reshaping more of my parenting style, because now I could take that approach, and sort of indirectly influence their behaviors. So, yeah.
Yes, I love that. But let's also talk about the other side, like what's one expected blessing of building a digital business while raising kids?
Okay. Before I want to say my answer.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead, Emma.
Yeah, because as Suzette said, for me it's the same. My kids are the reason that I even started this business. Because before I became a parent, I was a parent too when I started this business. But before I became a parent, I always was thinking how I can take care about my kids and in the same time work, and
Mhm.
how I can be at home with them and don't miss those precious moments with them. So when I came across this business, I thought this is a blessing for me because being a mom has given me a bigger why. So this is my why that I
Absolutely.
started this business. So it pushed me to keep going even when things get tough. Okay, because I know I'm building something lasting for them, something that
Mhm.
is in a legacy for them.
Yes, yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Sorry, Vanessa.
That's okay. No, 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 that's okay. Yes, I agree because it's making me stronger. Like I'm learning different aspects of the business. Even though it's a business, it's not just about numbers or getting clients or anything like that. It's teaching us about mindset and, just building and learning. And I'm reading so many books that before I wouldn't even think about it. And I'm learning from those books and I'm applying it to myself and teaching my kids from it as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like many different aspects of doing this business that I'm so grateful for.
Awesome. Well, we know it's not all rosy, right? So
Yes,
let's be
yes.
honest. Like,
Right.
nothing comes without challenges. So, what's the biggest challenge of balancing parenting and entrepreneurship?
I can
I
start. Or
okay,
okay,
Yeah,
go.
go ahead.
okay.
Yeah, sure, sure.
So honestly, for me, the challenge was time because
Mhm.
kids needs you, business needs you. So sometimes it feels like there's not enough of you to go around. So I have moments of guilt, feeling that I'm not giving 100% either way. But this business, with this business, I've learned that balance doesn't mean perfection. So it's about being present where you are and giving yourself grace. So
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
Absolutely, I agree. What about you,
Well,
Vanessa?
because I still work a 9 to 5 job, honestly, it's not that easy to find the time to go to work, look after kids, and do the business. But because I know what the business can do for myself and for my kids, I make sure that I find that time, even if it's half an hour in the evening. I still find the time to do something, get something done because I know what it means. And like Irma said, this is the legacy that I'm leaving for my kids. I have to build it. I have to work
yes,
on it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I got started, I was working full time, and so I really had to build my business around my family, right? And I understood that it would take certain sacrifices. So, a little less sleep, for instance, waking up a bit earlier and staying up
Yes.
a bit later because it's challenging to get things done when the kids
Mhm.
are up. And there's so many things to take care of, their homework and making sure that they're monitoring. You have stuff to, and then you have work, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you have stuff that you have to do for work as well. And so even though when I started my business, the idea behind of it was to have that time freedom, initially it really did take more time from me, right? And it did take time away from things that I had to do. And when I talk about sacrifices, I've done stuff like, I don't know if you ladies have done anything like this, but instead of making dinner, ordering pizza, right?
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
yes.
I've been doing that a lot, a lot.
and it doesn't really hurt to have pizza once a week, does it?
No, we have it that day. Every Sunday we have pizza with my kids.
There
Maybe
you go.
not for lunch, but for as a dinner, really, for real. They love pizza, so
Yeah.
once a week is good.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I'm learning a lot about, being disciplined and all that. I mean, nothing is perfect, but I have to be disciplined with my time and set, oh my goodness, I'm using my agenda so much more now to
Yeah.
schedule different like
Yeah.
Zooms
Time
or
management
like
is key.
yes, yes, yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's talk more, Vanessa.
About
The unexpected blessings.
okay. I thought it
You
did,
you
but
you
okay.
you you did a question before, yes? You want answer or no?
The unexpected blessings from this business. Like I
While
had
raising kids.
oh right, yes, yes, yes. While raising kids. It's a little bit hot for me, so I'm already looking shiny. So So my concentration was
We're
a
having
little bit
fun today,
off,
right?
I guess. So, like, I'm happy that my kids get to see that I'm working on a business because I want them to learn early uh, that they can see the path that is there for them, and it's something that's positive. It's something that they can grow with and take with them wherever they want to go. So they're seeing discipline. They're seeing what else? Like consistency, commitment,
Yeah,
and that sort of thing. They're seeing all of that, and I explain to them as well, like when I'm doing something, what I'm doing, and why I'm doing it.
yeah,
And
that helps
hopefully
a
it
lot.
would stick, it would stick with them, and they would want to continue.
Yeah,
It's the
copy
same.
some of it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same
Oh
for me
yeah,
too.
man.
The biggest blessing I think for me is flexibility
Yeah.
because I can literally work from my phone. I
Mhm.
always work more from my phone while sitting in the park with my kids or during nap times or after bedtime. So,
Mhm.
but one thing that I love also is that my kids are growing up watching me, like Vanessa said. So they see me working hard, being consistent, and building something for us. So it's like I'm teaching them without even realizing it. So it's wonderful for me. That
Yes.
Awesome. Well, you guys know for me, like one of the biggest blessings from this business has been me being able to quit the nine to
with the
five,
job,
right?
yeah,
That was a major one for me because being a single mom, it was always so challenging to figure out, how am I gonna actually earn enough to support myself and my kids, especially living in Toronto, expensive Toronto. How am I
no,
gonna do that
Mhm.
without actually being apart from them? And I really didn't want to be that absent parent. So many parents sacrifice time away from their kids just to keep the roof over their head and keep the food on their table, right? And so one of the biggest blessing for me, has been actually being able to work from home, running my business from home and being present, like for every
Mhm.
milestone, every activity, just being able to show up and be there, even though it's just me, they can actually depend on me. They know I'm gonna be there. So that has indeed been my biggest blessing. And in terms of it, being unexpected. I always say when I started, it wasn't a plan, right? I never
yes,
Mhm.
to, retire from corporate. It was just like, okay, let me earn an extra
Mhm.
$500 a month and help me pay my light bill on time.
you never thought that you are quitting your job so early.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
and to be able to build a business to the point where I started to earn
Mhm.
more than I was earning from my job,
Right.
was really a blessing. And so I was able to take that decision. Like I'm not rich, I'm not rich yet. Like, I'm
Yeah,
But
not
you
right.
are
rich,
in the
I'm not
way
a multi-millionaire
becoming rich.
yet. But the business is enough to keep me going and keep my kids going and to keep me present for them. So it's been
Yes.
really amazing.
Right. That's what I'm aspiring to do, to eventually leave corporate because I know the potential of this business. So that's why I
Mhm.
decided. Just one day at work, just sitting at work, it just came to me like I need to do something. And I
Yeah.
made the decision right away.
And get
It's
prepared, right?
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Mhm.
So now to wrap this discussion, ladies, let's think about our audience watching right now. So if another parent is watching and feels, let's say, too busy or too late to start something new, what would you tell to them?
Well, I'm gonna go first. You know, When it comes to being busy, it's hard, especially as a parent. You have so much going on. And if you're a single parent like me, you have to balance everything.
It's more
And you
difficult.
might not be able to see how can you possibly find time to build a business, to build something on the side. But there's always this thing that says, people make time for what's important to them. And it just depends on what your motivation is. Because if you're a parent out there and your goal is that you want to spend more time with your kids, or maybe it is that you just want to earn more money so that you can provide them with all of their needs or all of their wants, or maybe you want to travel, whatever it is, that goal that you have is going to be so important to you that you're going to find that time. And you know what I found, when I started, I was like, okay, when am I going to do this? I was working in the bank, it was also busy. But when I did an audit of my time, I was spending time doing so many things that I could let go of. Candy Crush, Farmville, you know, like we
Yeah,
spend
yeah.
time without realizing. We spend time even scrolling on social media. Sometimes we just scroll aimlessly. We're looking at so many different videos, and the next thing you know, you would have spent an hour. And that's literally an hour that could be spent working on
Mhm.
something and building your business, right? So we're never too busy. We just need to switch things around, And in terms of it being too late, it's never too late. In our community, we have 85, 86-year-olds. I saw a guy the other day, I think he was even older than that, but we have seniors who have retired and
Mhm.
running this business. So it's never too
Yeah.
late to start something new or even to set another goal. As long as you have life, there's hope and you can just, keep going. And
Mhm.
our business is set up where it really helps to guide you. We provide all the training and everything that you need. So even if you feel, okay, I'm stepping into something that I don't know, it's new to me, it's unfamiliar, that's okay. As long as you're willing to learn, you can totally do this. So I would encourage anyone who's there, if you're thinking you're too busy or you're thinking, it's too late to get started, it's not. Start today. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So let's do
Thank you.
Yes.
Great.
yeah.
Aligning with you, Suzette, I say this: it's never too late, and you're never too busy to take one small step toward your future.
Mhm.
So I was skeptical at first too, but I'm so glad that I took that leap. So don't wait for the perfect time because it doesn't exist.
Mhm.
Start where you are with what you have, and let your why push you forward. And I'm sure your kids will thank you later.
Yeah, absolutely. Hmm. What about
Yes,
you,
because
Vanessa?
Yeah.
well, like you said, if it's important enough, you're gonna find the time to do it. For me, I don't watch movies. I cannot tell the last day I put on the TV. That I put it out during my lunchtime, especially when I'm at the office. I find the time to do something for my business on the bus because I take the bus and the metro to work. So during that time, I might be reading something, I might be doing something
Yeah.
on my phone because, like, you have to want it badly enough to understand that you need to find the time.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing. I've been in the training. Sometimes I'm in the training and at work, I just put in my earphones and I listen to something, a training that I need to do, something I need to brush up on. It could just even be like a podcast about self-discipline or mindset, whatever it is,
Yeah.
it still pertains to the business.
Yeah. And it
So
contributes to your growth. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So I find the time to make it happen.
Yes,
And yes,
this is great.
it's never too late. And also, I said this many times. It took me 4 years before I started this business, but everything happened in its own time and it's God's timing. I probably was not ready then to be like zoomed in, to be focused on it. And each day that I'm given, I am understanding more and more how important it is and how much more I need to give, like how much more time I need to put in. So I am growing, and I'm happy I started when I did because I feel that it was that time for me.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This was amazing.
Awesome.
And with this out our conversation, what I love is that, or let's say, like a takeaway for me on in this conversation is that we are um, being able to teach our kids through example,
Yeah,
and this really hit home for me.
absolutely. And for me, the golden takeaway is that yes, parenting is always busy, but that doesn't mean that you can't build something for yourself at the same time. You're quite capable.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, the journey, it's not perfect, but it's worth it. And our kids don't need us to be perfect. They just need us to be present and to be purposeful.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
So that's it. Thank you all for joining our roundtable chat today. This episode was different, but sometimes different is exactly what we need. So just parents being real.
Of course. And, as usual, if this conversation inspired you, don't just stop here. Take action.
Yes, register on any of the websites to attend our free info session live every Tuesday and a Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll learn exactly how we as parents build digital businesses that give us freedom and purpose.
And as always, I'll leave you with this quote: children learn more from what you are than what you teach. So see you next time on Behind Borders.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.